guys, welcome to Rumble's Fish Room. So, I'm not sure what day you're seeing this video, but I'm guessing yesterday you guys saw me visit my friend's house with all the planted tanks. Now, I gained one huge thing from that visit. His tanks were so much brighter than my planted tank. I'm talking like 3 times the brightness. So basically what I'm going to do today, for anybody who never saw my plant light video of making the light, have a look through my videos if you're interested. But basically I deleted over half of the lights on the board that I'm using. Oh, do you want a free bird? So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take off some red lights off the boards and run some extra white. So I want to get more white spectrum because it is very red on the tank. So let's get stuck into it. Alright, so anyone who hasn't seen this light, it's actually a 500 watt hydroponic light. And I've only got it running at maybe 120 watts at the moment. I was really worried about the power bill, but I've realised if I want to plant a tank, we need to light it up properly. If I can get the screws out, that is. So basically, all I did inside is I unplugged some of the transformers. So basically, I'm just going to plug the transformers back in. I can't remember how I pulled this apart last time. There we go. That was a bit aggressive. Alright, so now this should be pretty simple. All I've got to do is plug this back in here. Make sure these stay in there. What else? Sorry, you guys can't really see much. All I'm doing is plugging the transformers back in. That one. And I also need to turn the fans on. I had the fans off, but we're adding twice the amount of heat by putting these back on. So we're going to have to turn the fans on. I actually need to order a couple of new, what do you call them, variable resistors for it, because these ones, the ohms, are way too low, so it's pretty much either on or off. I know a few of you will understand what that means. And then this is really simple to work with. It's all low voltage too, so I'm not too worried about getting shocked or anything. Plug that in there. It's almost like working on a remote control car, really. They're very similar plugs. That one goes in there. I should be able to just pretty much put this back together now. I'll probably just leave it off for now. We won't close it up fully. I'll put it like that, it's lapped over. I just got to get a power cord, guys. Alright, so here guys, you can see the problem with this board. Can you see how purple that is? So basically, I want to delete 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18 red LEDs off this board, and we'll keep the 16 white LEDs. I might just take a photo of that so I remember if my camera, it's crazy bright, guys, like it hurts my feelings, it's that bright. I'm not sure if it comes up as bright on the camera, but like My eyes are hurting right now. So we don't need that side. I don't know why I flipped it over. I gotta pull this apart. It's a bit of a drama to get apart. I'll show you once I've got it apart. Alright, so I can't see the circuit. So I'm taking a guess. It's probably a bad idea. Oh, it's too short. Hang on. So my guess is that all these LEDs run in series. So I'm hoping if I delete 2, I can just bridge this wire across the 2. Instead of bridging every single LED I take off. Because if I take one off, the whole section stops working. Because it runs in series. Alright, that works. Winning. Take the power cord out, that'll help. Alright, so I just need to do that 8 times. I'll show you guys closer. Alright, so I took the LEDs off, which I can't find to show you. Here's one. So basically, I just removed the LEDs and then I went from positive on that one to negative on that side. So I bridged that across there. Basically, on the circuit board, there would be a join there to there. So that wire on top is just basically imitating the same thing. So now I'm just going to take all these red LEDs off and get that done. It's going to take quite a while. I'm probably not going to do a hyperlapse either. I'll just see you when I get to the end of it. Alright, so one thing I've learnt in life, sorry that was probably a bit loud. Preparation is key. So here I'm making all my bridge wires and I've got a little bit of a technique. I don't know if it's like correct in the technical world, but see I put it on the heat and then once the solder starts melting into it, I actually lift the wire off but keep the solder on and it actually creates like a little ball of solder on it. So when I put these joints onto the board, I actually don't need to use solder. I can have one hand on the board and on the soldering iron and one hand on the jumper cable. It's not jumper cable, is probably the wrong word. That one didn't go so smooth. Oh yeah, it's alright. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. There we go. Alright, so I've done 7 of them. I've already got one on the board, so that's the all 8 we need. Alright, so and one key thing is, is it called tempered? I tempered the end of my soldering iron, so the very tip. So when I go like this, with the tip, it's actually the tip that's melting it. I know tempering the soldering iron, watch a YouTube video on it if you've never done it before. It's like the most important thing I reckon when soldering. And apparently flux core, but I've never used flux core, so I don't know what I'm missing out on, if that makes sense. Alright guys, so things escalated since I last recorded. I put the camera down to concentrate because it started to get a bit complicated. But I'll explain it now. So I've got it all working, I've tested it. Sorry I didn't do the test on camera, but so our power runs from those 2 points there. It runs, sorry, there's just like world's loudest plane going past. Alright, so I came to the conclusion that it was a helicopter, not a plane. I'm sorry. But anyway, so the power runs across these 2 lines here, goes through these LEDs, and then I had deleted these ones and looped it back. So I had that. These 8 LEDs mustn't have been enough resistance for the transformer inside. So when I turned it on, the transformer was making a noise. I was really uncomfortable with that. And then I had the idea, we're deleting 8 and we could add 8. So what I did, the power still runs through here to this side, goes to here, then it comes back through, it actually flips around and goes through here and then loops there. So I'll do it with one finger. We go across here, down here, up there, oh no, down here, around there, down here, down there, to yeah, there. Where did I start? And then back here. I might have accidentally flicked my fingers around there, but you guys know exactly what I mean anyway. So, basically I'm 99% confident, but I'm home for the rest of the day. So I'm going to run this. I'll get my temperature gun out. I'll throw a temp gun on it to see how hot it's getting overall, and hopefully it's good. These are going to be a mission to put back on. All the clips are breaking because I've pulled them off so many times, so I need to figure out a new way to put these back on. Alright, so I just went to edit the video and I realized I never showed you guys the light working. So you can't really see it because the camera doesn't pick it up, it's so bright. But if we cruise back here, you can actually see it's way brighter, like crazy brighter, to the point the tank looks so much better. I always thought, oh, it's a black tank, it's always going to look dark, but now it looks mint. Like you can see how much brighter it is. I've changed my hours too, thanks to Blake's Aquatics. I've been messaging him. So we're on 4 hours on, 1 hour off, 4 hours on. And the CO2 is only running 3.5, it's still 4 hours, sorry, but it starts half an hour before and finishes half an hour before the lights turn off. I can already see the reduction. I think it's been 2 days since I recorded those other clips. I've had a bit of shit going on, so on the weekend I just recorded a couple of videos, so we're ahead. Well, we're not now, but anyway. So I can already see the brown algae reducing on the Brazilian Nisus, so it's definitely working. I had to go refill my CO2 bottle, and I've finally ordered the CO2 checkers, the little glass bowl. So we'll be able to, I want to pretty much crank the CO2 up to the maximum of the green before it hits the orange. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I'm not sure if I'll see you tomorrow. I've got a bit of a problem with my foot. I'm off to the doctor's now. And I don't really have a plan on a video. So if I don't upload a video tomorrow, I'm sorry, guys. I promise I'll be back the next day. But I'm actually struggling to walk at the moment. But it's nothing major. I'll get it sorted out. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe for more, hit the little red button. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.